What's up, everyone? We are back at it today, and we're diving into what we honestly think is one of the best deals currently available for truck owners and anyone running an overland build. If you have been searching for a way to monitor your rig from every possible angle, especially those blind spots when you're loaded up with gear, you are going to want to pay close attention to this one. We're looking at a specialized 3-channel mirror dash cam system that is practically tailor-made for the rugged needs of off-roaders and truck enthusiasts. When we first get into the box, it's a really sleek presentation. Right on top, there's a thin paper guide that breaks down the layout of the system, and the main unit is sitting right beneath that. This is a full 12-inch wide touchscreen that actually replaces or straps onto your existing rearview mirror. We'll peel off the protective film, which actually has little icons showing you where the gesture controls are, and you can see that edge-to-edge glass looks really premium. The main unit houses the front-facing camera, which records in 4K. Looking inside the package, we find the rest of the kit. Since this is the specific bumper version, it comes with a specialized 1080p bumper camera, a GPS module, and a 2.5K rear camera. We also get all the mounting hardware, including the rear cam bracket and those essential silicone rubber straps. One thing that really impressed us is the wiring. We're talking about 33-foot and 22-foot long replacement cables. For those of us running long wheelbase trucks, full-size DEDs, or rigs with a lot of overlanding gear on the back, having that extra slack is a massive win. You also get the standard cigarette lighter power cable and clips, but we're going to show you the better way to get this thing powered up for a permanent, clean look. To get this installed, we're going to start with the main mirror unit, which is a breeze since it just straps right over our existing mirror using the included silicone bands. For the front bumper camera, we can either stick it on or screw it down, but we just have to make sure the hinged bracket is level so we aren't just filming the dirt. We'll feed that wire through the grill, grab it from under the hood, and run it through the firewall and up the A-pillar to the mirror, making sure to stay away from the hot engine parts and wrapping our connections in electrical tape to keep the weather out. The GPS module is even easier. It plugs into the top of the mirror and tucks into the trim until we stick it on the passenger side of the dash for a clear view of the sky. Finally, for the rear camera, we're swapping out our license plate bracket for the one in the box and running that long cable all the way to the front. To make it work as a real backup camera, we'll tap into the reverse light wire behind the taillight by stripping a bit of insulation and twisting our trigger wire in, then sealing it tight with tape so it stays connected even when we're hitting those bumpy trails. For the rest of the rear wire, we're going to run it down the frame of the truck, following the factory wiring looms wherever possible, and bring it up through the cab floor using the existing silicone grommet under the carpet to get into the back seat area. From there, we just tuck it under the door trim and run it up through the pillars to meet the mirror. It sounds like a lot of work, but having that bumper camera view on a 12-inch screen is worth the effort. For the final step, we need to get permanent power to the mirror, and while we could just use the cigarette lighter port, we're going for a clean hardwire install. We'll attach the black ground wire to a bolt on the chassis and feed the yellow and red wires through the firewall to our fuse box. We'll use a multimeter to find a constant power fuse for the yellow wire and an accessory fuse for the red one, which ensures the camera stays on for parking mode, but knows when we're actually driving. And once those are tapped in, we're ready to rock. When we look at the actual footage, we'll be honest with you, it's average. The front shoots in 4K, the rear in 2.5K, and the bumper cam in 1080. Although Wolfbox says it has a Starvis 2 IMX678 on the front and PureCell Plus Omnivision OS04J1 on the rest of the units, to our eyes, it feels like there's quite a bit of software upscaling happening, so the details didn't seem quite as sharp as a high-end Blackview or a new Thinkware flagship. If this were 2021, we'd say it's good enough, but the industry has moved fast. However, for overlanders and off-roaders, the raw image quality isn't the only metric. The fact that we get a dedicated bumper camera is a total game changer. It's completely waterproof and rugged, which is exactly what we need when we're navigating tight trails or checking our clearance over rocks. Plus, the system is packed with modern tech, like 5.8 GHz Wi-Fi for fast clip downloads to our phones, and the GPS is surprisingly accurate for tracking our routes. We can even use voice commands to snap photos or lock videos, which is a nice hands-free touch when we're busy white-knuckling it through a technical section. It's a solid, functional tool that gives us a massive visibility boost where we need it most. So that's the breakdown on this 3-channel mirror system. It might not have the sharpest 4K sensor on the market, but the sheer utility of that waterproof bumper camera and the massive 12-inch display makes it a serious contender for any truck build. If you guys have any questions about the wiring or how to find the right reverse trigger wire in your specific rig, drop a comment down below and we'll get back to you. We'll put the links to this setup in the description so you can check the latest pricing. If you enjoyed this one, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to stay up to date on our latest gear reviews. Other than that, we hope you all have a simple day. Peace.